Okay, so we're gonna say that no weddings until March, right?
Yeah, like the second week in March.
Yeah, okay. It was March 7th. Okay, I got a wedding that they want. I'll let them know, see what happens.
Yeah. get that paperwork now.
It looks like it's all there for you.
Great. I'm going there right now.
I had to redo the obstructing highway paperwork, to redo that one, and I
Uh-huh.
did not put the case number or the last name, but I just did it, so it just came through to you.
Oh,
Thank you for that, Jeff.
You're welcome, because I started having second doubts, and I was like, since I mixed up the flow, maybe it had you sign where he had to, or so
Yeah, it was just a little confusing, but honestly, I think we worked it out. I think we're good.
yeah, I just
Thank
went
you.
ahead and redid it, and just in case,
Yeah, I appreciate it.
welcome.
I'm back. Okay. Mr. Henry Nicholas Jimenez, sir, will you please raise your right hand and be sworn? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you, sir. You may lower your hand. This is cause number 655961, the state of Texas versus Henry Nicholas Jimenez. Counsel, please make your announcements.
Jeff King on behalf of the state.
And Mr. Sergio Ibarra on behalf of Mr. Henry Jimenez.
All right, so are you Henry Nicholas Jimenez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've been charged with the offense of obstruction of a highway roadway as a Class B misdemeanor, and you will see on the screen momentarily the document I'm referring to, which is entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights. All right. and I just read to you the offense as well as the range of punishment for this offense. We're going to go to page 2 where it says defendant's signature. Your screen is it frozen, Alita? All right. Well, you recognize this document, Mr. Jimenez, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign it, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand, sir, that by signing that document, you are waiving your right to a jury trial, your right to remain silent, as well as those 14 rights listed in that document?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have an agreement with the state and I follow it, then later tonight, tomorrow, you decide, hey, I want to take that plea back, you would need my permission to be able to do that. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
If I assess a harsher punishment than what you have agreed to, then you can take back your plea and nothing that you've said or signed for today's hearing can be used against you. So if you plead no contest to this offense, I can still find you guilty of this offense. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Ibarra, have you had an opportunity to discuss the charge with Mr. Jimenez?
I have, Your Honor.
In your opinion, does he have a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charge?
Yes, ma'am, he does.
Has he been able to assist you in his defense?
He has, yes, ma'am.
I approve the waiver. Is there an agreement?
There is, Judge. I'm sorry. I don't know if Jeff, I think you're on mute.
Mr. King is muted.
I am on mute. I'm sorry. There is an agreement, Your Honor. We are going to move to amend the information at account 2, obstruction of a highway roadway, and move to dismiss count 1. We would recommend an 18 months deferred adjudication, a $600 fine,
Hold on.
cost. Oh,
My
sorry.
pen stopped writing. Sorry about that. 18 months deferred adjudication.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
$600 fine, court cost,
Okay.
48 hours of community service, DWI education, victim impact panel, ATP evaluation, ignition interlock for 1/2 the term, $60 of restitution to Texas DPS, and a $50 Crime Stopper fee.
Mr. Ibarra, is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Jimenez, to the offense of obstruction of a highway, and this was actually an amendment that was agreed by both sides, and to that offense as a Class B misdemeanor, how do you plead, sir?
No contest, Your Honor.
All right. Is anybody forcing you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you doing this of your own free will?
Yes, Your Honor.
I will accept your plea, sir. I am not making any findings of guilt. I'm assessing a $600 fine plus court costs. I'm putting you on deferred adjudication for a period of 18 months. You are to complete the DWI education course, the victim impact panel, the ATP evaluation, and on your vehicle install ignition interlock for 1/2 your term of probation, as well as 48 hours community service. You are also to pay $60 restitution to the Department of Public Safety and a $50 Crime Stopper fee. Now, I am going to give you 24 hours community service credit if you are or you become fully vaccinated for COVID with proof to the probation department, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
That is just an option. It is not mandatory, but it is a great way to reduce your community service burden. So, all right. Is there anything further from the defense?
Just a couple of matters, Judge. One is that Mr. Jimenez did mention to me that he does not have own a vehicle and will not be operating a vehicle. I did explain to him that in most cases, what the court would want is an affidavit of non-driving, with the understanding that he's not to operate any vehicles whatsoever if it's not affixed with the ignition interlock device. But because of the circumstances, if he does provide that, Your Honor, will he be allowed to have a portable monitor in lieu of the ignition interlock?
Any feedback from the state?
We don't have any objection to that. I will say that it's always easier from if you let the state know. So if I hadn't known that, I could have actually added it into the obstruction, but I didn't know he was a non-driver. So
The same here. I'm sorry about that. It was when we were speaking during the filling out of the paperwork. So my apologies for that.
that's fine.
Thank you.
So we
Yep.
will, instead of ignition interlock for 1/2 term of his probation, we will require portable alcohol monitoring device and an affidavit of non-driving.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the other matter is just that as part of the conditions to achieve this particular agreement with the state, Mr. Jimenez has begun the process. He's almost done here of completing the VIP course and the DWI education. I'm hoping that the court will allow him, whenever he completes those courses that he's already begun, to serve as the meeting those requirements for the probation.
Okay, yes, we will give him credit when he completes those requirements for having completed them. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So is there anything further from defense?
Nothing further from the defense, Your Honor.
Anything further from the state?
I know, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Jimenez, I have followed your agreement, so you do not have a right to appeal, but it's really important that you understand that deferred adjudication can be a great result if you keep all your promises, because if for some reason you fail to comply with all your conditions, the state files a motion and I find sufficient reason to follow that motion, then I can give you that conviction, revoke your community supervision, assess up to 6 months in Bexar County Jail, and you would have a very limited right of appeal. So it's all good if you completely, succeed and complete everything. So I hope that you will make that commitment, because it is in your best interest to not have that scarlet letter, of a conviction. So that can affect your future, whatever you want to do in college, whatever you want to do as a career, employment, in so many ways. So it's a very good agreement that you have reached because of your attorney's hard work. But I do have people sometimes fail to complete these, and it's really sad, I think. So I hope that you will take this very seriously.
Yes, thank you for the opportunity, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. So there is one other thing I need to ask you. You did fill out a personal data sheet. That is very important document to make sure that everything is going well for you. So do you swear that everything you put on that document is true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. We are going to adjourn this hearing. I'm going to ask you to meet with Mr. Corey Richardson. He's going to give you important information on what to expect and how to proceed, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're still, unfortunately, dealing with this pandemic, so communication has suffered severely. So if you try to reach your supervising officer and the phone's busy or the mailbox is full, follow up with an email or with a text message, okay? That way
Yes,
you
Your
will be
Honor.
protecting yourself. All right, well, best of luck to you, sir, Mr. Jimenez, and at this time, we're adjourned. Thank you very much, Mr. Ibarra.
Thank you
And,
very much, Your Honor. We do
and
appreciate your
if you want
time.
to join Mr. Jimenez in the breakout room, you're certainly welcome to.
Yes, ma'am.
So at this moment, you all will be getting a breakout room, and Mr. Richardson will join you there.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for your time, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We are done with the YouTube.
All right, thank you. I will go ahead and do that right now.